Welcome to America! So, why did I end up with a ZL1 or Camaro or V8? All of the above. Well, let's start back at the beginning. Sponsored by Hef. You know, as a kid, I grew up on the drag strip with my dad. He had a Fiero, about 700 horsepower, super awesome. Grew up doing that. He owned his own shop. You know, I was always in the shop doing stuff. It's kind of how I got into cars, I think. And, you know, always wanted to get cool cars, fast cars. So I was in the Army. After I came back from a deployment in Afghanistan, I bought my first car, which was a 2011 WRX. That was my first fun, cool car that I bought. Then I decided, too many mods, spending too much money on it. Let's get something different. Started delivering pizzas in this after I got out of the Army. I was going to school full time, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. That was cool. Decided, that is lame. Don't want to do that anymore. So I ended up with a 2015 Subaru WRX. I was big into Subaru back then. Kind of everybody I knew had Subaru, so that's pretty much what I went with. And then I started selling cars. I started making more money. And so I ended up with my first Volkswagen. Now this was a 2015 manual Golf R. I totaled that riding around with my dad. Sold it to an owner of a local shop, and then loved the car so much I took all the parts that I had on it and bought a 17 Golf R. Decided to try the DSG twin clutch transmission. Decided, hey, that's a lot of fun. I really miss my manual. To be honest, I didn't know what I would do again, buy a manual or an automatic. So had a lot of fun with that car, tracked the car a bunch. You can see some of the track tires back here. I got some other autocross tires here for that car still. Got some inky racing wheels. But ultimately, I modded that car way too far with methanol and pushed the turbo, blew a spark plug, all kinds of stuff. It always happened on the track. Nothing ever happened on the street. So ultimately, I decided that's enough. I'm going to sell this car. So I took it in, pulled it in here, took everything off of it. It took me, I don't know, like a week to get all the parts off. And then sold the car to CarMax, paid them to take it from me. And yeah, that was about 10 months ago. Obviously, I can't not have a fun car. So what do? I go and buy a dirt bike. And I start dirt biking all the time. And that is a heck of a lot of fun. I do that pretty much every weekend now. In the
Hell yeah, motherfucker!
meantime, I also bought the street bike. This is a FZ1, so it's the sport touring version of the R1. Bought it damaged for 1,500 bucks. Put just a little bit of money into it. Got about $2 grand in that bike. Brand new tires. Runs like a freaking top. So yeah. And then, you know, summer's coming. What am I gonna do? Well, I'm gonna buy a new car. What am I gonna buy? Well, I'm gonna buy something with plenty of power that I'm not gonna have to mod right away, that I'm gonna be happy with for quite a long time. And that's how I ended up with this car. Say hello to Farah. Hi, Farah. She has no idea what's going on. She's freaked out. Oh. And that's pretty much where I'm at. So This car will be autocrossed. I don't know how the heck I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be a lot of crazy fun trying to handle this car on an autocross track, but we'll see what I can do. Since I showed all the other keys, here's a key to the ZL1. Now, a lot of people complain about this key because it only has the Chevy emblem and it's the same as the Chevy Cruze or whatnot, but I mean, honestly, this is probably the nicest key out of all the keys that I have, really. Feels really nice, nice size and everything, so yeah, I like it a lot. Inside, as you can see, pretty much Alcantara everywhere. You know, there are some hard plastics still, but none of that really bothers me much at all. These seats, I sat in the Corvette Grand Sport. That's what I really wanted originally. That's what I thought I knew I wanted. I even sat in the competition seats, and those just don't hug you quite the same as these seats do. This car's all stock right now. However, I do have some, sponsored by Hef, AWE exhaust coming. Here's a garage shot. I know, hate me because I put all the stickers on there. It's a tragedy. Still a little startup. Completely stock. So the startup is pretty damn obnoxious. And yeah, don't mind that little guy. Not sure why I have a check engine light. I'm sure it's no big deal, but I'll just unplug the battery and get around that. As you can see, I only got a couple hundred miles on it so far, but yeah, that's the story of how I ended up with the ZL1, why I got the car, kind of my progression of other cars making it to this point. Back seat is awesome because Farrah can just sit right there in the middle, and she'll just be right up here. Come on. It's just a car, guys. Get over it. Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna be making more videos. Should be a fun time. So I'm not gonna lie, one of the biggest changes for me is going from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive. You know, the power on this car is just super smooth. It's very easy to drive. It really doesn't feel that fast, to be honest, until you get in the upper RPM. Which really surprised me because I always thought, you know, a supercharged car, you feel so fast down low, but really a lot of it is at the top end. But being rear-wheel drive means it's going to drive totally different, and that, you know, is taking a lot of getting used to. So, you know, first day I picked it up, you know, 34 degrees, slight rain, you know, it was raining like a slush basically, and it was pretty scary to drive. You just got to get used to it. But other than that, you know, the car is very easy to drive. It's very comfortable, actually, is one thing I was very surprised about. It's way more comfortable than my Volkswagen was, and it handles just as good. So, cool thing, you know, these are 4-inch tips. I'm getting the AWE, which comes with a 4.5. It's pretty much the only manufacturer that has that. 305s in the back. Fitment is already pretty dang nice. I've got a very aggressive tire on here, made specifically for this car. I'm thinking what I'll do is use these tires for the track. And then I had super good, you know, luck out of these RE71Rs. Use those for autocross. Those did so good in the rain that I think I might pick something up for like an everyday tire and you know, autocross tire. and then have those strictly for the track. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think of the color, the car, what I've had before, what should I have got. And then if you like dirt bike videos, stay tuned. I'm going on a crazy ride on Saturday, and that should be a lot of fun. Say hello to the pup.